So Nigeria is a country rich in diverse cultures and flavors. It's currently facing severe food crisis that is impacting millions of its citizens. This crisis has been exacerbated by a combination of factors, which of course includes the climate change, conflict, and economic challenges. As we delve into the details of this pressing issue, we want to hear from you about this particular situation. Have you or a family member been affected by the rising cost of food? Do you have any ideas on how we can fix this issue, how we can address this food crisis? This is what we're going to open the phone line for, to hear your take on it. And then right now, of course, the numbers will be put on your screen. Two numbers. You get to reach us through any of it to dissect. I think when we even say has anybody been affected by food crisis, I don't even think there is anyone in Nigeria, including the elites, who have not been affected by it, because no matter how much you think you're wealthy, you have all the money in the world to buy whatever you need, the change of price on everything would definitely, your pockets would definitely feel it. So go ahead, call us. Let's hear your take on the food crisis in the country. How are you coping? How do you think we can address these issues? And of course, how has life been in terms of your food purchase? Go ahead, call us, share your take on this matter. Let's hear your take on this. I mean, talking about food crisis is something that everyone can relate to. One of the reports we played earlier was, okay, we have a phone call. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us? Oh, I think we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us, and as you're calling, stay away from your TV set or tone down the volume so that we can hear from you. Let's have a very clear conversation on how this disturbing situation that is bothering everybody in the country should be addressed. And we all know how it is in its world. Sometimes you might have the greatest idea on how to fix things like this, especially situations that your country could benefit, which is one of the things the president said. He said, make sacrifice, right? So we're giving you an easy platform. Maybe you don't have a voice, and now we're giving you a reason to share your ideas. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you're calling us from.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Felix. I'm calling from Abuja.
Oh, Emmanuel, it's good to have you. So go ahead. How is your experience like with the food crisis?
Yeah, the food crisis in Abuja is very, very high. A measure of tomatoes here is being sold for 10,000 naira. That for an average family to cook, you will need like 2 measures of the tomatoes, which is 20,000 naira.
Interesting.
So my humble opinion is that the government should do something about it. They can import foods, open the border, import foodstuff, at least to cushion the effect of hunger now in the country. Before later they will know what to do. The crisis here is so much. People are suffering. Imagine those who don't have jobs. How are they going to feed? How will they take care of their family? Small-scale businesses are no longer working. The situation in the country is so bad. Very terrible for the common man. So the government should do something about it, please.
All right, Emmanuel. Indeed. Thank you so much for sharing your concern and, of course, an idea on how to cushion this. Now, one of the things that Emmanuel said is while we're waiting, or while the government would, make plans for a long-term situation to cushion this, they should do a short-term short-term decision, which would be the opening of border in order to bring these things. Now, it's two things. Opening the border to bring food could bring because we all know when demands of food is demands on things rise, then of course the prices rise. So that could make it possible for enough food to be in circulation and all of that. But then what about the exchange rate? Right now we have to worry about the naira to dollar, and it is not looking good. It's not favoring naira at all. And if there is any import, then sadly that negotiation will be done in dollars. So even the imported food will be or might be expensive. So would that be a solution or another hazardous decision? Of course, we would want to hear your take on this matter. So go ahead, call the numbers on your screen. Let's hear from you on the food crisis. Are you experiencing it? How is your area, the prices of food in your area? And of course, your country at large. And what are the best ideas that you can come up with as a suggestion on ways to address this food crisis? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, good morning. Daily Trust?
Yes, Trust TV. It's good to have you. Please, can you turn down the volume of your TV?
I do. Trust TV.
Yes, all right.
I'm watching you live from Maiduguri.
Oh, it's good to have you from Maiduguri. What's your name?
My name is Mohammed once again.
Mohammed, thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
A little contribution I want to make about this hardship in the country. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, my suggestion to this issue is one. Our people, especially at the high places, who get enough money from the resources of the country and convert those resources to foreign exchange dollars and stockpile those dollars in their houses, should be encouraged to bring this money out for the use of the masses. Please. And second thing is this. Everything in this country depends on money. And this money that is being announced on media, especially programs and all these things, are being given to federal parastatals, state government, local government. This money does not go down to the people that are intended for. Let me just tell you the truth. So I don't need to mention the particular state. A friend of mine who were in secondary school before happened to be a sole administrator of one of the local government. Was asking me for 10,000 naira to buy fuel to go and visit his local government, where he is supposed to be the local government sole administrator. You are a chairman of a local government. You ask for money for fuel. My brother, we are just like a messenger. We are just made to be a local government administrator for name, but all the resources are in the government house. I asked how this thing come about. It says, sometimes they will be made to sign a paper. Fine, for your salary. The attached content is expenditures that he even don't know how it comes about. He has to sign just to collect his own little salary. So some of these things are happening, and we are watching it. We continue to hide the truth and be saying what is not true. So let us tell ourselves the truth. Actually, President Tinubu has tried by giving huge amount of money to state and local government. But I swear to God, that money does not go down to the ladder. So if we want to bring things down and make life comfortable to everybody, let everybody hear it. I'm saying it on Trust TV now, on live program, that this money that is being given to state and local government and other government parastatals should be monitored. There's no way you give money and you assume that it goes down. It doesn't go down. People are no longer honest. See people in the church, you see them in the mosque. Honestly, what they are saying in their mouth is not what they actually do to the public. So that is the whole truth. They are the owners of those supermarkets. They are the owners of the filling station. They are the owners of these trailers that are carrying fuel. Every business you think about is not managed by any spirit. It's managed by these same people that you are seeing them around. So if we want comfortable or ease life for our people in this country, all of us must do it together. I am afraid a situation where people start revoking against all these people, start breaking houses like that coronavirus palliative that happened. It may come because we don't want it to happen. We are seeing what is happening in Palestine and other countries in the world. We don't want all this trouble to come in. These people are always looking for let the trouble come. After all, they have dollars that they will fly to Dubai, they go and stay. Some of them, they are having houses in Dubai. Actually, we all know about it.
Well, that's really disheartening, Mohammed. But what do you think should be the position of the government in order to at least move from this food crisis situation?
I am not talking about importation because there's nothing. I'm not talking. Okay. I'm not talking about importation. Importation is crime because we have the land, we have everything to produce and enhance our country's economy. If you talk about importation, they will start importing poisonous food for us. Kidney problem, last time we were having it. But when we stop importing rice, you see the kidney cases, access dialysis, they will tell you the incidence of kidney illness has reduced because we are no longer consuming this poisonous rice. So that is why I'm not encouraging issue of this importation. Enhance this production at home. Bring those dollars in their houses in GRA. Change it to Naira. Let people have money at hand. I swear, nobody, if you have money, you will not go and sit down in front of somebody's house begging him to give you 500 Naira or 1,000 Naira. You will go and look for your own. But the money is being stockpiled and kept in their various houses. This is what I'm telling you. So if we want to do the right thing, let's tell ourselves the truth. Keep issue of religion, keep issue of tribe. If you see crisis in tribe or religion are being planned or masterminded by people who don't want the masses to understand the truth of the matter. So this is what I'm contributing. Food crises are artificial. It is not natural. The natural one do come, but this is happening now. It's artificial. Let us help ourselves. This was help us tell women, you ladies, tell women in Nigeria, let them have sympathy with their husband, let them understand the situation. Women are passing through this. Every day on calculators, calculating this, calculating that, school fees of children, things are not easy for everyone.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you so much, Mohammed. Of course, we have to give a room for others to talk. But then, yeah, I think Nigerian women are really, supporting their husbands because this is something that everyone has been feeling. And with, the emergence of incessant high BP and stroke, of course, you can do nothing but to support your loved one on this situation. And one of the things you made mention about talking about the exchange rate, it's been known that they are economic saboteurs. And these people, of course, are holding the dollar rate and then making naira scarce, making the dollar higher than the naira. It's really disheartening how we can go there. And of course, talking about corruption, we'll get back to it, but let's pick this call first. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling us from.
I'm Mr. Anthony Oche. I speak from Otukpo in Benue State.
It's good to have you, Mr. Anthony. Go ahead.
Well, I think it's the food crisis. Well, the food crisis in Nigeria is just like an artificial thing to make life difficult for people.
How so?
And the government is not helping matter. I don't know where you were in the 80s. There was this kind of situation, though it is not up to this level. What the government does then wants to make people open their warehouse and bring the food out. Not that there is no food in this country. And, well, I don't know who you are. I don't know your name. I want you to go to where they store food in this country and see whether there is food shortage in this country or not, or whether it is artificial. I happen to stay in Kano. Go to our new market and see what is there, and see how food are being smuggled out. Who should we even talk of? Why should we even contemplating bringing food from outside? For what? To do what? Like the gentleman that I have just spoken, any food they bring from outside is artificial. Any food.
Yeah. So what do you think is the solution?
The solution, the government should do the needful. How do they do the needful? Where are you saying that the federal government cannot set up a price monitoring board that will go and to make those who are high graduates My sister, if you go to the market today, as you are coming back, the price is changing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, if you go, the price is changing. Next tomorrow, the price is changing. Are we saying that it's the government that is doing that? Are the food being imported every day? So why is it that the government cannot set up a price monitoring board? Before we used to have this. Now, there's nothing. Everybody lives a sort of laissez-faire attitude towards the food crisis. And people are dying, my big sister. Go around and see what is happening. People are dying. So please, the government should do the needful. All the local government in this country, there is food available. But well, if you are selling your food, for instance, you are selling your yam, a tuber of yam at 500. I don't have rice. I'm sorry, I don't have yam. I have a yam tuber. I mean the rice. And I need yam. So if you are selling your own 1,000, I need money to buy this food. Definitely I will hike my own to be able to get that yam. Now, in fact, my sister, the thing is annoying.
It is.
It's annoying. People are dying. The government should please help us. There are ways of doing this thing. Go to so many places across the breadth and length of this country. There are food abundance.
It's really disheartening what is going on, Mr. Anthony. But thank you so much for calling and sharing your.
Thank you, my dear.
God bless
you.
Of course. Thank you. Amen. Amen to that. Go ahead, call us. Let's hear your take. What the last caller said was what the previous caller, he reiterated what he said, talking about, of course, he not accepting importation, but then there is definitely things that needs to be done, talking about stocking and hoarding of food from the market, which has made it extra scarce. But let's not forget insecurity. There are a lot of farmers that are willing to even go to the farms to at least produce food to bring to the market, but they're not able to because of insecurity matters. So how do you think we can avert that particular situation away from that? And there is still corruption, of course, in terms of sharing, this. Let's pick this call. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us? I can't really I can't hear you. All right, I think we need to let that person go. Please go ahead. Call the numbers on your TV screen. Let's hear from you on this matter. If there is one thing that we saw unraveled was, the palliative during the COVID-19, how everything panned out afterwards, because it started unfolding in 2021, I beg your pardon, and even 2022, where they discovered a lot of things from different states, a lot of food hoarding that were meant to, be passed on Nigerians to cushion the effect. Do we have another call? Oh, I think we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us back. Let's hear your take on this matter. It's a very important situation. Now, one thing the previous caller asked, he said, I don't know where you were in the 80s, and I'm wondering, I wasn't born yet, though. But, yeah, I think we have another call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Tom, calling from Benue State.
It's good to have you from Benue. Go ahead. The food basket of Nigeria. What's happening there?
You see, let me tell you the truth. The truth of the matter is that the food is not sufficient. If food is sufficient, it will reach everybody.
Of course.
And that is the simple truth. And the reason why the food is not sufficient is that the people that are supposed to go to farm, criminals did not want them to go to farm. They are taking over all the farmland. And number one thing that government must do in order to get it correct is to give security to the farmers so that they can go back to their farmland and then have crops being planted. Secondly, what is hindering government to give loan to the farmers? I'm not sure whether there is any provision given for years now. There is no provision making for farmers to give them loans. But in the olden days, there is provision for farmers to get loans.
Yeah, I mean, not even olden days. I think last administration did the agro. I've forgotten what it was called. It just skipped my mind. Can, the Avcon. Okay, the exactly, the Anchor Borrowers Program. Now, this was something that was done just previously. So I think this administration is working towards it.
You see, the reason why I say golden days is that those days it gets direct to farmers. But during this time around, it ends up in television and radio and newspaper. Which we can hijack it and give the money to their relations and to their best friends. Real farmers are not getting it. And that's the simple truth. If you see government, we don't trust them any longer. If you see government doing anything, it ends up in those people being afraid, hijacking it and then mess it up. The real farmers are not getting it. So if government will come clear and then do things in the right way, give it to farmers, give protection to farmers, I don't think we will lack food in the country. The government turn their eye on all these things and then allow us to suffer. As I'm talking to you, there is some family that they have break. There is some family that did not know on anything to eat from morning till night, and it's a dangerous.
Yeah,
it
is dangerous. It is indeed. Thank you so much for calling to share your take on this. And I could feel, your frustration on what is going on, and to think that, of course, there are families that are barely feeding once a day because of the economic hardship, because of the food crisis, is really alarming, and it's really scary. We also have seen how the crime rate has increased because of the hunger, and a hungry man is an angry man after all. Good morning. Oh, we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us. Let's hear your take on this matter. One of the things, of course, that we have to accept, which based on different allegations that have come, is the fact that even the loan to farmers don't get to reach them. Good morning.
Hello.
Please tone down the volume of your TV. I can hear myself through your phone. I need you to tone down the volume,
Good morning.
please. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm James Monde. I'm calling from Benue State.
Oh, good to have you from Benue as well. Go ahead.
Yes, the issue of food crisis today is really it's an issue of concern. In fact, even in Daybreak State today, that is the food basket of the nation, so many people are suffering. The price of food has escalated to the point that people are no longer having it easy again with them. Even to the farmers, because most of the farmers now, they have left their areas of farming as a result of insecurity. Now, if you look at it very well, the insecurity has even contributed a lot to the scarcity of food today in Nigeria. Government is saying it's fighting insecurity and it's not even looking at the side of how do we protect the farmers so that we don't have scarcities of food. So there is need for government, no matter the insecurity they are fighting, it's very, very good. They should also provide securities for the farmers. There are areas that when you go today, that the herdsmen and other bandits have taken over that area. The farmers are no longer in that area. And these are areas that they provide a lot of food. So government needs to look into that issue. Not just allowing things to remain like that. People are suffering. So we need something that at least we help the common man. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that heartfelt contribution. Yes, there are places in every part of Nigeria, especially the farmers, agro local governments and cities and villages rather, where the bandits are the one taking over that place. So we're definitely losing a lot of food production, and farmers don't have land to farm, which is one of the most scariest thing that food production is facing. When there is no, even with all the vast land that we have, if we're not able to farm in it, then there's going to be a problem. And of course, we need a long-term solution to all of these things. Let's take another call. Good morning.
There's no problem already. Hello?
Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from. Are you with us? All right, I think we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us. Let's hear your take on this matter. Now, fear of, we know how government interventions come with, okay, fine, let's feed Nigerians. But then due to the corruption that has eaten deep into the system, it doesn't even get to the intended beneficiaries. So that is even a no-no right now. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, your name and your location.
My name is Jafet from Taraba State.
Thank you for joining us from Taraba. So Taraba is known also for a lot of, farm production. What is happening there?
The issue of food crisis in Nigeria is that it is not so close, so easily as people think.
Okay.
Because let's say a year in 80, there's no agriculture instrument to farm, or there's no chemical, something like chemical. We used to use our leg, our hand, and go to the bush and farm. So the food was so very common to people. All the farm was so very hard to people to do. Then when there are things like chemical that we used to apply in the bush and farm, and it's doing enough now to farm, we found work very simple to work. So the issue of crisis of food in Nigeria is, look how much the food now is. So it happens that we are going to take a food where there's a lot of food today, another area. How much will you transfer that food to there? No matter how that food is cheap and you find it cheap, before you take it to that area, you'll be finding it very hard. So you feel like you sell it very costly so that you can get your gain and your money is out. So those are the areas that find all those food to become a very big deal in Nigeria. And how much they used to buy a liter of fuel now, a liter of chemical that you can apply to farm now. It's a very costly something about 5,000 naira. It is some liter at 20,000 naira, some liter at 15, 17. So I believe that those are the old ways that makes agriculture down. People are no more good farming again due to the condition of all those things. Secondly, if you go to the bush now, the issue of kidnapping and all those terrorists taking farmers in the bush, they are no more good in farming again. Some run away from bush and come there to town without having anything to do. So how do you think food will be available to Nigeria? So we are pleading that let government should do something about this matter. Let things at least come down so that instruments will be easy, all those chemicals will be easy to apply in the bush and farm. I know government should take ways, open all the security should enter and give us assistance so that these people will at least be down so that we have a help so that people will go to bush and farm.
Indeed.
Those are the way we make things in the past, and Nigeria is coming down through food.
I mean, things like this just breaks our heart. Thank you so much for calling to share your take on this. Saying, okay, let's even take a look at it in a broader sense. For a minute, I think we even forgot, the cost of transportation, and which is one of the major reasons that the ram sellers used this festive season, where they say the transportation is enormous, and of course because of that we have to increase our prices. So farmers also are facing that. We all know rural places, villages are where farms are done, so where farming is done. So before you move it to the cities, larger cities like Lagos, Abuja and Port Harcourt, of course the prices would rise, and insecurity is something that is biting us harder. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
Are you with us?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Dixon. Calling from Abakaleke.
Oh, Vincent, it's good to have you from Abakaleke. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks very much. Food crisis in Nigeria. All of us knows the actual cause of it. We must tell ourselves the simple truth. There's no need of painting the issue up and down. The issue is insecurity. Fulani herdsmen. In Abakaleke here I am. Many villages, that is nothing like going to farm again. Is care of Fulani herdsmen. All of us know this. There's no need of painting this issue. Federal government should deal with these people. Okay. Have you seen Fulani? Let me put it, elders to just come out and condemn what their people are doing? No. Okay, look at what is happening in Southeast now. Southeastern people, they came out and condemn IPO because they are doing, and even called the federal government to deal with them. But Fulani people cannot do it. Instead, they are protecting their own people.
That is not.
No,
I don't think that would be fair on you to point finger on a community to say nobody has said anything.
All right, thank you very much.
No, go ahead. I still want to hear your take, though.
So that is it. In Abakaleke, a place like Isi-Ikwo, that is area they produce a lot of things, cassava and yam. Now, nobody longer go to farm anymore. Last week Tuesday to Wednesday, they tell about Fulani herdsmen kill 4 people in the bush, in their farm.
That is really sad.
The government need to take action on these people. And the worst part of it is that most of these Fulani bandits, they are not Nigerian. And the federal government knows that. Look at the kind of suffering. In Abakaleke here, that they are producing rice. And 1 cup of rice is 450. 450 naira, 1 cup. 1 cup of rice, 450 naira in Abakaleke here. So we cannot continue like this. We cannot.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Vincent, for that. One thing that everyone was calling that have in common is, the frustration of how much this situation is, affecting us. And insecurity is something that is biting harder. And yes, not only from Ebonyi. I think there was a lot of massive crisis in places like the southwest, talking about Ekiti and all of that, where there's been a lot of concerns about herders going through people's farm and killing them for God knows why. And of course, this is also replicated. We all know that the northern part of Nigeria face this on a daily basis, every day. And, not only we have the herders, we have the bandits, we have terrorists just going through people's farm in order to, kill these people and stop and cause some kind of fear for other people to even go to farm. And this is something that is really disturbing the country. The government are trying. We've seen a lot of efforts. We have to give kudos to our army, security agencies in general, police. We've seen them make efforts. We've seen them make some wins. We've seen every day of saying that they've killed some sort of head of bandits. But of course, there is a lot that needs to be done, especially when it comes to border patrol and how other people can move in and out of the country, in and out of different states to cause chaos. A really disheartening situation. But of course, to deep dive and talk more on this situation with an expert, we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll dissect more on the food crisis in Nigeria. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.